2025 was a great year for comics, and I had a lot of really awesome pickups, so I thought I'd do a little video showing off my favorite books that I picked up this year. Starting off with honorable mentions, we've got What If #1, Spidey Joins the Fantastic Four. One of those books that I always wanted to pick up, just waiting for the right price. I got it half off at the LCS for 15 bucks, couldn't say no to that. Next up is Marvel Team Up 141, early appearance of the Black Suit Spider-Man. I actually got this one for Christmas, so thanks, Dad, appreciate it. Keeping in the same vein, ASM 252, I actually got this for free. I traded to my LCS some Magic the Gathering Spider-Man welcome decks that I got at the San Diego Comic-Con event that they had there on the little offsite. I got 2 of each starter deck, and I was able to trade all of them in, and I used my store credit to pick up this. Next up, a classic, ASM 100. Have to have it. One of the greatest covers of all time, if you ask me. John Romita, classic. It's got a small tear there, but overall I'd give it a 5 or a 5.5. I think it's a really nice looking copy. Happy to grab it. I got it for $100. Issue 100 for $100. Couldn't say no. And then last up on the honorable mentions, we've got ASM 42, First Appearance of Mary Jane, iconic final page, final panel, classic John Romita. Had to have it. I actually don't remember what I paid for this. It's about a 5 though. Happy to have it in my collection. So, starting the actual top 10, we've got X-Men 130, First Appearance of the Dazzler. My girlfriend got this one for me as a gift, so very special. Had to start it off with the top 10. Next up, ASM 28, First Molten Man. One of those covers that's just hard to get in a decent grade because of the black. And funny story with this, I got this for Christmas as well, and I was actually trying to win it on an auction on eBay about a week or two ago. And I told my dad, I said, yeah, I saw a Molten Man 660 for CBCS. They usually sell a little lower, so I'm watching the auction. Let's see if it goes for cheap. And I think my max bid was like 120 bucks, and I just, that would be a really good deal. I just didn't really want to spend that much money on this book. And he ended up just deciding to also bid on the same auction and beat me because he knew that I'm cheap, so it was going to be an easy fight. And he took it down and he gave it to me for Christmas. Thanks, Dad. And then number 8, fittingly, is ASM number 8. This is the last pickup really of the year. I bought this on eBay a week or so before Christmas. There was an auction. It was starting bid at 150. There were no bids on it. It was only a few minutes left. I set a bid of 200, and only one other person bid on it, and I ended up winning it for 160 bucks. So really great pickup. Under $200, single-digit ASM. I really didn't think I'd get another single-digit ASM in 2025, but here we go. Number 8. Number 7 on my list, Ultimate Fallout number 4. First Appearance of Miles Morales. Absolute must-have book for me. Just didn't think I'd get in 2025. I ended up bundling this book with the book that you'll see later as my number 1 pick. And I basically just paid sticker price on that book, and this got thrown in, so super happy to have this, especially for free, as far as I see it. Number 6 on my list, ASM 33. Classic issue. An absolute must-have, especially for any Silver Age Spider-Man collector. Best part about this book, I actually picked it up off of Facebook Marketplace. I never bought anything off Facebook Marketplace before, but I saw it. They had it listed for $140. He was a couple towns over from me. Met him in a parking lot. Bought the book. No arguments. Really nice looking copy as far as I'm concerned. That corner's a little rough, but maybe a 5.5. Super happy to own it. Starting off the top 5 with Daredevil 131, First Appearance of Bullseye. Got this one at King Con in South Jersey, which is a show that happens in March, so it's coming up. CGC 7.0. This was a pretty high on my want list for this year, and I ended up taking it down at really the first show. It's the first pickup, big pickup at least, in 2025. Listed at $200. I asked the seller if he'd take $180. He agreed. $180. Can't complain. Now, number 4. Awesome book. ASM 39, First, John Romita. Iconic cover. One of the greatest covers of all time, if you ask me. Got this as a birthday present to myself, really. So, happy birthday, May. Really happy about this one. Super excited to have this in my collection. Now, starting off the top 3, this is a huge one for me. I really wanted to pick up in 2025. ASM 194, First Appearance of Black Cat. Sadly, though, didn't get the best deal on this one. I got a little panicky when all the news was coming out that the Black Cat might be in the new Spider-Man movie coming out next year, and I just didn't want to see this book go up in price anymore. It was already a book that I was going to be spending a good amount of money on, and I just decided to pull the trigger. Ended up spending about $280, I think, on this. 8.5 white pages, so it's a really nice looking copy, and I'm happy to have it. I don't regret buying it. Number 2 on my list is a book that I had been hunting for a couple years, and I just never found one in the right condition and price. But funny enough, I found one really cheap at a 5.5 CGC slab, and I bought it, and I got rid of it about a month later because my LCS posted Daredevil 168 and a 9.0. I paid $80 for the 5.5, and they had this listed as $200, and I had a little store credit. So I picked this book up, paid I think $160 for it after my store credit, and then I sold the 5.5 that I bought for $80 for $160. So I don't know where the math lands on this, but I upgraded pretty fast, and I'm really happy to own this 9.0. Awesome book. First Elektra, Frank Miller. I mean, this is a must-have for a Daredevil fan. And now moving on to my number 1 pickup in 2025. ASM number 3. Wow. I had saved up for this book for a couple years, I'm not gonna lie. And I put the budget aside for it, and I held it, and I waited for it, to find the right copy. And at New York Comic Con this year, it finally happened. I found this book. It was raw. I decided to slab it. Sorry, raw gang, but I did it. I slabbed it. Extremely excited to own this book. I paid $2,000 for it. It's the biggest book I've ever purchased. My absolute favorite Spidey villain, Doc Ock. Superior Spider-Man. I know a lot of people don't love it, but it's really one of my favorite Spider-Man stories. It's kind of where I started reading Spider-Man. It might have something to do with it, but Doc Ock really holds a special place in my heart, and this was a mega grail. It's basically this in one, right? So 2026, I don't know if I'm going to do bigger than this. If I do, that's, pretty crazy, but this is really special for me to own. Alright guys, so those were my top pickups in 2025. It was an awesome year. I'd love to know what you guys picked up this year, or what you're hunting for next year. As for me, I'm hunting for ASM 14 or ASM 129 as my next big book. We'll see if I get them in 2026. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching.